The sub-slab can act as a conductor even with a stone and mud barrier. Concrete contains reinforcing metal, which is a good conductor of electricity. While the stone and mud may provide some resistance, it is unlikely to prevent current flow if a direct connection exists between the sub-slab and the electrical system. New York code requires bonding all metallic parts of a pool, including reinforcing metal, coping stones, and decks. This intends to create a continuous electrical pathway for grounding and fault protection. Drilling into the sub-slab to connect to the mesh reinforcing might not be effective for several reasons. Firstly, interfering with the copings. Drilling near coping stones could unsettle them and compromise their integrity. Secondly, incomplete grid. The reinforcing mesh might not be a complete grid, which means it may not provide a reliable connection for bonding. Thirdly, potential for damage. Drilling into the sub-slab could damage the concrete and reduce its structural integrity. Consider the following alternative bonding methods. 1. Bonding plate. Install a bonding plate of copper or stainless steel to the exposed sub-slab in the pool area. Connect the bonding plate to the pool bonding grid and extend it to the coping stones and other metallic parts. 2. Conduit and wire. Run an electrical conduit and wire from the pool bonding grid to the coping stones and any other metallic parts needing bonding. This method provides a clear and permanent electrical connection. 3. Ground rods. Install ground rods near the pool and connect them to the pool bonding grid. This method provides an additional path for grounding and fault protection. It is recommended to consult with a qualified electrician to determine the most appropriate bonding method for a specific pool installation. They can assess conditions, verify code compliance, and recommend the most effective solution to ensure electrical safety. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed requirements for electrical safety, including pool bonding. Adhering to these standards is crucial for preventing electrical hazards. The purpose of pool bonding is to equalize the electrical potential in and around the pool area. This reduces the risk of electric shock to swimmers and others in the vicinity. The bonding grid typically consists of a network of conductive materials, such as copper wire or bonding straps, that are connected to all metallic parts of the pool and its surroundings. This includes the pool shell, reinforcing seal, coping stones, diving boards, ladders, and any other metallic structures within a specified distance of the pool. The bonding grid is then connected to the grounding system of the electrical service. This provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or ground fault circuit interrupter, also known as GFCI, and de-energizing the circuit. In addition to bonding, ground fault circuit interrupters are required for all electrical circuits serving the pool area. GFCIs are designed to detect small imbalances in current flow, which can indicate a ground fault. When a ground fault is detected, the GFCI quickly interrupts the circuit, preventing electric shock. The combination of bonding and ground fault circuit interrupters provides a comprehensive safety system for swimming pools. This system helps to protect people from electrical hazards, both in and around the pool. The NEC specifies the size and type of conductors that must be used for bonding and grounding. It also specifies the methods for making connections and ensuring that the bonding grid is properly installed. The requirements for pool bonding can vary depending on the specific installation and the local electrical codes. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the pool is properly bonded and grounded. Improper bonding or grounding can create a dangerous electrical hazard. This can result in electric shock or even electrocution. Regular inspections and maintenance of the pool's electrical system are essential for ensuring continued safety. This includes checking the bonding connections, testing the GFCIs, and inspecting the wiring for any signs of damage. Any problems should be corrected immediately by a qualified electrician. The installation of a swimming pool requires careful attention to electrical safety. By following the requirements of the NEC and consulting with a qualified electrician, it is possible to create a safe and enjoyable swimming environment. Understanding the purpose and function of pool bonding is essential for anyone involved in the design, installation, or maintenance of swimming pools. By working together, electricians, contractors, and pool owners can help to prevent electrical hazards and ensure the safety of all who use the pool. Pool bonding is not a one-time event, but rather an ongoing process. Over time, bonding connections can corrode or become damaged, reducing their effectiveness. Regular inspections and maintenance are necessary to ensure that the bonding system remains intact and functioning properly. When inspecting the bonding system, look for any signs of corrosion, loose connections, or damaged conductors. Clean and tighten any loose connections and replace any damaged conductors. It is also important to test the continuity of the bonding grid to ensure that all metallic parts are properly connected. A simple continuity test can be performed with a multimeter. Place one probe of the multimeter on one end of the bonding grid and the other probe on the other end. The multimeter should read close to 0 ohms, indicating a good connection. If the multimeter reads a high resistance or an open circuit, there is a problem with the bonding grid that needs to be corrected. In addition to inspecting the bonding system, it is also important to test the ground fault circuit interrupters regularly. GFCIs should be tested monthly to ensure that they are functioning properly. To test a GFCI, press the test button on the device. The GFCI should trip, interrupting the circuit. If the GFCI does not trip, it needs to be replaced. Pool bonding is an essential safety measure that helps to protect people from electrical hazards. By understanding the purpose and function of pool bonding, and by performing regular inspections and maintenance, it is possible to ensure that the pool is safe for all to enjoy. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any questions or concerns about pool bonding or electrical safety. A qualified electrician can assess the specific conditions of the pool installation and recommend the most appropriate bonding and grounding methods. They can also perform inspections and maintenance to ensure that the pool's electrical system is safe and up to code. Remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on the location. It is important to be familiar with the local codes and to follow them carefully. Ignoring or neglecting electrical safety can have serious consequences, including electric shock, electrocution, and property damage. Taking the time to understand pool bonding and electrical safety is an investment in the safety and well-being of everyone who uses the pool. By working together, we can create a safe and enjoyable swimming environment for all. The National Electrical Code Section 680 covers electrical installations in and around swimming pools, spas, hot tubs, and similar locations. This section provides detailed requirements for bonding, grounding, wiring methods, and other electrical safety measures. Understanding and complying with NEC Section 680 is essential for ensuring the safety of swimming pool installations. NEC Section 680.26 specifically addresses bonding requirements for swimming pools. This section requires that all metallic parts of the pool structure, including the reinforcing steel, coping stones, and decks, be bonded together to form a continuous electrical pathway. The bonding grid must be connected to the equipment grounding conductor of the electrical system. The bonding conductor must be at least 8 American wire gauge, also known as AWG copper wire. The bonding grid must extend to all metallic parts of the pool structure, including the pump, filter, heater, and other equipment. NEC Section 680.22 covers wiring methods for swimming pools. This section requires that all wiring within a specified distance of the pool be installed in rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, or liquid-type flexible metal conduit. The wiring must be installed at least 12 inches below the ground or 4 inches below a concrete slab. NEC Section 680.23 covers underwater lighting for swimming pools. This section requires that all underwater luminaires be listed and labeled for swimming pool use. The luminaires must be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. The luminaires must be supplied by a ground fault circuit interrupter protected circuit. NEC Section 680 also addresses other electrical safety measures such as ground fault circuit interrupters, overcurrent protection, and disconnecting means. These measures are designed to protect people from electrical hazards and to prevent electrical fires. Complying with NEC Section 680 is essential for ensuring the safety of swimming pool installations. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the pool is properly wired and grounded. Ignoring or neglecting electrical safety can have serious consequences, including electric shock, electrocution, and property damage. Regular inspections and maintenance of the pool's electrical system are essential for ensuring continued safety. This includes checking the bonding connections, testing the GFCIs, and inspecting the wiring for any signs of damage. Any problems should be corrected immediately by a qualified electrician. Swimming pools can be a source of enjoyment and recreation, but they can also be a source of electrical hazards. By following the requirements of the NEC and consulting with a qualified electrician, it is possible to create a safe and enjoyable swimming environment. The information provided in this narration is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any questions or concerns about pool bonding or electrical safety.